Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Raynday Gaming. My name is Raynday, and today, welcome to a new type of Dare Me. That's right, this is not a build Dare Me, this is a scenario Dare Me. So, where you guys dare me about builds, usually in this series, I decided to dare myself. That's right, I could do that, guys. I could dare myself, okay? Don't put rules on my own thing, alright? That can happen, and I decided to dare myself to play a Joust match, but not only a Joust match that you will see in just a moment has only 2 of us against 3 other players. That's right. Pretty soon, Guan Yu is about to DC, and Ra and I are going to take on Chalk, Jingwei, and Scylla by ourselves. Now, obviously, I thought this would be a fun dare to put up because it's just not something you usually see. You usually see, you know, a 5v4, maybe a 4v5, but a 2v3 is not the usual. It's not the norm. And a lot of people typically would just give up after this. And one of the things I want to just talk to you guys about is how this game plays out. It's really interesting. And whether we win or lose, I think it's a cool dare because part of it is like the mentality for me saying, you know, just play and have fun. I think a lot of people are so focused on winning right now. And winning, and I found myself getting upset so much lately about whether I win or lose and get good games to record and stuff like that, but I realized it's just about the fun, man. As you see here, Scylla going hard onto our Guan Yu, and as you can see, he's DC'd. So they basically whoop his butt. He's DC'd. They take the kill. I wouldn't say I wouldn't have done the same thing, but you know what? They decided to go ahead and kill him. I know some people wouldn't kill people if they're DC'd. You know, it just is what it is. You know, he's there. It's you can't be blamed for taking advantage of that scenario. The game has started. You know, it's part of the risks of playing if you have bad internet, and you know, that's the case. But I do want to give a shout out to my man Slovak, who I played a couple games with earlier, did some Joust. It was pretty fun. And if you guys do like Joust on the channel and want to see a little bit more of this map, please let me know, and I may add a little bit more of this. But the Dare Me is great. I'm going to be playing Anhur, my favorite god in all of Smite, and so I'm very excited about him. I throw my obelisk up, actually my shifting sands, which is going to apply a slow to targets within it. It's also going to give me additional damage when they're in the within the shifting sands. It's actually going to give me a 20% damage buff, which is fantastic, and it's also actually an interactable wall or just basically it's an obelisk. So it's an interactable obelisk that will stop players. They can't run through it, right? So they will run into it. And I want to talk to you about Anhur in this game, but I also want to talk to you about as you see as we're going 2v3 here pretty easily. The Ra hits a nice little snipe, but Scylla actually dashes underneath and does not get caught with that. I don't know how. I'm trying to back, and the Chalk won't let me back, you stinking poop. You nincompoop. You cotton-headed ninny muggins. Let me go back to base, and we do. I mean, we only have 2 players, for crying out loud. Now I gotta say, Anhur's my favorite god in Smite. Everyone asks me this question. I almost feel like I need to make a top 5 my best favorite gods in Smite. Would you guys like to see that video? Let me know about that as well. I've been wanting to make it. I just haven't gotten around to it because of all the other good videos that we've got coming out, but I would make that. Anhur's my favorite god. Why? Because for me, impaling someone into a wall, into your own obelisk, is probably the coolest, dopest thing you could do. Is the Chalk actually aggresses onto me, and he's put in a bad position. He's got to pop a pot, but I know he's going to the right-hand side. I try and follow him with some basic attacks. I do hit one, but he jukes out my other few, and I feel like Scylla or, you know, Jingwei may be coming around the side. Jingwei with that passive, I'm a little worried about it, and we gotta play this super careful because I don't know if he's coming back, right? So, you know, maybe we'll get another, you know, opportunity to have him back. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll come back for some of the game, but I'm still playing carefully, and meanwhile, we're going ahead and playing. Now, we're level 5s. Most of them are, Chalk is level 6. The rest of them are level 5, so we're doing okay in terms of, you know, leveling and getting that XP. One of the things that, you know, is interesting is when you are splitting XP between 2 players, it's actually going, you're leveling a little bit faster, technically. Technically, you should be getting more XP than the 3 players who are splitting that same minion wave because it splits. For those of you who are new in Smite, the way it works is if Ra and I are doing this buff camp, we're going to split that total XP and gold. But if I did it by myself, I would get all of that gold. And so I would basically get double the amount of gold and experience versus if I split it. So we are actually getting potentially 33% more XP from that and gold. So that is another thing why, 2v3s aren't always, if you have the right types of characters, aren't always, difficult things. Now, obviously, I go ahead and miss my impale there onto the Scylla, and I'm feeling pretty bad. I'm hitting her with a couple basic attacks, and that is doing a lot of damage. Early game on her is a beast. I know the Chalk is about to run in. I've got an Aegis available. I see the Scylla crush, and I avoid that. The Jingwei is basic attacking me, and now the Ra comes in to try and save my life. He does a lot of damage to them and forces them to retreat with that heal. He's looking pretty good, and I'm actually really happy about my Ra, who is in, actually, that's Russian. That name is Russian. I do not know his name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it is Russian. He's a cool dude, and I literally just fat finger my Aegis. What does fat fingering mean, guys? It means I accidentally pressed F when I was trying to move and press WASD, move to the right. I pressed F, and I actually pressed my Aegis. So my Aegis that I just got is now on cooldown, and I have that for a couple reasons. One, because I don't want to get hit by the Chalk damage, and that if I press the Aegis before that, I will actually be immune to that damage as that happens. But also the Scylla, the Crush, and the I'm a Monster. Those are two big damaging abilities, but the Jingwei now, she's pushed up. I have the option, and I do actually almost impale her, but it looks like she's able to jump off. She might have used agility as the moment I impaled and jumped from that kind of knockback. I don't know. That was very strange to me. Maybe I just didn't impale her. I must have just knocked her back, and then she was able to agility to the side, but it looked like I got the impale. There's the Chalk coming in, and that's when I would have wanted my Aegis, and now Jingwei dives the tower, goes into her ultimate, and takes me out. And man, so close. I feel like I'm outplaying. I feel like I'm doing well. I feel like it's like this game is very close. I feel very confident with my Anhur, and I feel like my Ra is kicking booty as well. He's going in onto the Chalk, and no, the Scylla gets him. The I'm a Monster's there. It's just to add the damage, and we're down to 0-3. Oh, this isn't looking good. This is not looking good. And tell me, guys, right now, would you really quit? Be honest. Would you quit right now? Because I don't. That's not how I play the game. I play the game for fun, and I play the game to do my best at all times, man. And honestly, there's no better example of that than Kobe Bryant right now for me. One of the single best performances I've ever seen. If you haven't seen his last game, please do watch the highlights. It was unreal what he put on after such a bad season for the Lakers in general, and just the mastery that he showed, I think, in that performance. Just a great lesson for athletes, for people competing, doing their best. The Scylla is here, and she actually is going to get almost taken down here. I've got my pillars. Oh my god, she has like 1 health. No way she stays alive, and somehow the Scylla gets away. Are you kidding me? Come on, please. Smite gods, please. Can you bless me? You've already given me somebody who's going to leave now. Please just give me a chance to hit all my pillars. Come on. All I want to do is hit my pillars. That's all I want for Christmas. Anyways, Anhur, let's talk about his abilities so you guys know what I'm doing. It's number one, like I said, it is a great form of CC. One of the reasons why I love Anhur is he's got a lot of CC in his kit, but it's unique. He's got that slow, the obelisk, it's a nice spacer. What I mean by that is you can put it in front of yourself, you can put it behind yourself, and you can really put someone in a bad position. You see Jingwei actually a nice agility to avoid my impale there, and we'll talk about what that is, but she gets the red buff before I'm able to get it. So that's 2 red buffs they've gotten. We haven't gotten any. I'm really like, you know what? Let's get something, right? Let's get a red buff. Let's do something. We can't get anything going for ourselves in this game, but the Chalk is trying to pick it up. I actually hit him 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I haven't missed a basic attack yet. I throw out my obelisk, and now I'm in trouble. I want to jump away. The Chalk uses his ultimate, but Kazno 666 gets the kill and then ults on top of it. What is everyone killing me and then throwing their ult on afterwards? It's like, I'm just going to ult you for fun, and I am 0-2-0, and tell me, would you give up now? Tell me when you would give up, write what minute you would in the comment section below, after what play, because honestly, it's interesting to see. It will be interesting to know for me because, obviously I'm still playing. I'm starting out my Hunter with Golden Bow, Warrior Tabi, and then going into Asi, which is what I kind of like right now, and I think it works really nice, especially with Anhur, and that's kind of what I've been building, and we'll go into the build a little bit more in depth later, but now the Jingwei is really low. I've got my ultimate, and oh my god, did you just see what just happened? My ultimate hit, all of those spears hit on the Chalk, and the Jingwei lined up, and the a Ra beam sniped both of them. He sniped both of them. I got a kill on the one, and the Scylla's standing there. I hit her with the stun, the pillar, and I'm trying to get my last basic attack. I can't get, oh my god, the Scylla gets away again. Scylla Smite gods. Please, guys, I gotta hit my basics. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm not mad. I'm thinking I need to do better. I cannot keep missing these basics. We are a 2v3. I've got to make it happen. But damn, those hot plays. That's a highlight right there. That's a top 5. Oh my god, the raw beam into the Anhur ult, both of them in the line. That's enough damage to kill anybody. I don't care who you are because of the penetration that I'm adding. Anhur, of course, with his passive, he can add up to 20 penetration to a target. He can basically apply a physical protection debuff to them. As you see, the Chalk here is aggressing under our tower. The Scylla Crush comes out and she roots me. I need to get away. I have an Aegis available and I decide to try and use it, but I'm actually not able to. I'm away with 20 health. I don't need to is what I mean, and I back away. I'm always a guy who I think on the bad side uses his actives too infrequently. I should use my actives more because I like saving them for like real moments, but really those are real moments. The Scylla's trying to back and the Raw catches her, and however Scylla does get back, but we get a little bit of vision on this side, and Chalk looked like they were aggressing onto us trying to get it. I know he throws his axe there because he's trying to bait to pretend like he's not going to run around the wall where Raw can't follow. Of course I could because I have a jump, but I decided to just go straight towards the axe, and now I'm running towards the Jing Wei. I know I've got my pillar. I might be able to take her out. She makes a wrong step. I get one basic attack, but now I'm getting targeted by the tower, and I'm gonna back. The red buff is almost up, it looks like, but I impale the Chalk into the wall, and damn, that's a good feeling. Take away half his health with a couple basics after that. 1.5 second stun on top of that, and of course, pillaring and impaling him into any object. That's right, it could be even a player object like Thor's Wall. I tried to jump out of the Scylla Crush, but now I actually use my Aegis and the Raw Snipe does come out. The Scylla gets impaled into a wall. I hit 1 damage, 2 damage, and the Raw takes her out. And we're 3-4, baby. It's 1, 2, and 2. My Raw's going ham, and we're about to get this damage buff. That's what I'm talking about. Give me those heals. I get knocked up by the Jing Wei, and now this is trouble. I actually jump up and down into her. I throw my impale, but it's not enough because she jumps over to the right side and basically escapes my attempt to kill her. However, Aussie is procced, and it's actually almost up on cooldown again, which is that extra lifesteal I'll be getting. I decided to go back because I've got no mana, and I can't contribute to this fight. And now it's 10:33. Like, let us go back into this game. Now, my number 2, as you can see, is the Impale, 1.5 seconds. This is why I love Anhur. You can impale people into his pillar, which is his main combo if you learn how to do it. It's very difficult to do for a new player, but when you learn it, it is very satisfying. It's one of those gods that's kind of easy to understand how his abilities work, but hard to master and maximize. That's why I love Anhur so much. I'm thinking of jumping over, but you know, I'm like, let me take the safe route and go over to this right-hand side. Scylla's there. I want to throw my obelisk. I use it just as a spacer. That's what I meant for the first part. And then I'm almost ready to jump. I see the Jing Wei about to throw a knockup. They are looking like they're aggressing, so I'm going to back up here. I take the damage from Chalk, but I'm still defending. It's 2-3. They must be thinking, you know, well, let me get this tower. Let's do something. They're jumping up. Scylla's jumping at this point. I throw the obelisk there because I know that's where she's going to run. So I'm slowing her, putting her in a bad position, spacing her out, making it harder for her to get into the fight. The Chalk ultimate comes out, and it does hit me, and now I'm really upset about that. The Raw gets taken out almost. Oh, yeah. Jing Wei gets the kill onto the Raw, and now the Chalk could be in a bad spot. I've got my obelisk. I don't want to go too far because I know I could be dead. I've got nothing that will help me if the Scylla roots me or gets a crush off. I'm just not going to be able to... Wait a second. That hit me? No, and I'll tell you why. It's because the Scylla Crush slows, but also Chalk threw his axe and activated his number 3. What that will do is create a slow field around it, a slow field of rain, and right now we're both dead. The Raw says surrender. You guys know what I hit, right? I say no. And you know what I'm typing? I'm saying we can get it, man. I'm trying to figure out the most inspirational thing to say. I'm like, I'm trying to talk about them, but I'm like, you know what? No. Believe. I believe I can fly. Sing it, guys. I believe I can pillar your face. Okay, just gotta pull out the hot plays. I'm telling them, come on, man. We just need hot plays. That's all. All you got to do is get the hot plays, and you could beat anybody in this game. That's right. It's all about skill. It's all about me. I'm not saying they suck, this and that. I'm saying I'm good. I can pull out the hot Anhur plays. I love Anhur. This is my favorite god right here. So you guys know that I believe in myself, and I'm like, you know what? Let's take this. Should we take this fire giant? Should we take this FG? I'm trying to make it seem like I'm going to lane, but now we head over, and we're like, yo, let's do this. Let's get this FG. Come on, baby. Let's get this game back in our favor. The Raw decides to go ahead and start it up. He gets a basic attack, activates his number 2, and gets the healing going. I'm taking this thing down. I'm like, yo, let's do this. He uses his ultimate. I use my ultimate, and we get this fire giant. Let's go. I feel like we're back in this game already. Yeah, we're down by about 2,000 gold. We're down by, we're actually pretty decent in terms of levels, though. We're 12 and 13. That still is only 9. Well, they're 11 and 12. Like I said, the XP difference, because we're splitting it between 2, is making a big deal for us. And so now we have Fire Giant. We're decent levels. We're at least tied or ahead of all of them. And so I feel really good. But the Scylla is here. I see her. I actually avoid her number 1, which would have rooted me. And now I get a couple of basic attacks. She's slowed. I'm trying to use my number 2, but I know she's trying to dodge it. I actually miss it because she stays still, which I did not expect, and I jump back in. So now I'm thinking she's going around the right side, but I think, oh no, she's going to blink in. And now here's the Scylla. She misses her number 1 again. The root is no good, and now I'm basic attacking her. She runs into the wall, staying still. I hit her with the impale, and I get the kill on a blink IPL. And now it's time for me to go ahead and get my revenge. That's taken care of. Let me go help my boy Ra. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 basic attacks onto the Jingwei, and now she's gonna have to roll out of here. I hit my obelisk and make her spaced out. I throw a little bit of a slow. I hit a couple basic attacks on the Chalk. He's almost half health, and look, the Raw Snipe comes out, but it does miss both players. But now we're aggressing onto the Jingwei. Chalk is in a problem. Yo, you thought this was 2v3, or is this 2v2, or what is this, man? Is this 1v3? What's going on? You guys are like a little scared of us now. Now we got a basic attack. Come on, Chalk. Where you going, baby? Let me hit you. Okay. I can't hit a basic attack. Okay. Here's your pet. I'm standing right here. You're gonna teleport here? I'm not chasing you because just teleport behind me. I'm right here, baby. I'm right here. Where you going? Come on. What up, baby? Come on. Take 1. Yeah, take 1. Take 2. Get your ass in the wall and get hit with this. Yeah, I tried to put a pillar there just to make sure he wouldn't have walked past me. But unfortunately, it basically ran into the wall, and so the pillar wouldn't come up. I'm trying to get a little tower damage, and that's a 6-6 tie, baby. That's right. 2 versus 3. We're taking them out. We are now level 13 and 14, and what do you think, guys? You gonna give up now? You still gonna surrender? I don't know. I'm feeling pretty confident, and I'm feeling like, oh man, I'm swinging right now. I've got enough damage. I've got enough attack speed. Ichaival is online. I am trading really well. I'm about to get Chen's online. I'm feeling good. I've got money to spend. What do I want to buy? What do I want to get? I'm thinking, man, maybe a sprint, maybe a purification beads in case, the Scylla roots me. Sprint might be good to catch up in case I'm chasing up with some people. So I think I'm going to go sprint, and then I got Deathbringer, and that's going to increase my critical chance. Honors number 3 is called, let's figure out what the exact name of that thing is. It's called Disperse. So Disperse is a jump. So it's just your escape. It's also your it could be an initiation. If you want to pull out the hottest Anhur play in the history of Anhur, what you would do is jump. Knock somebody up, because your 3 disperse knocks somebody up into the air. You would jump onto them, knock them up into the air as the Jingwei gets pillared, and that's going to be all she wrote on the Jingwei. She's out of there. The Scylla looks like she's in trouble, and I'm after that Scylla because I want some Scylla booty. I'm jumping over here, but it seems like she decides to go back and fight. Not a smart move. Scylla, you don't even know where you're going, do you? I missed the impale, but I get the other basic attack because I'm like, this Scylla is juking me in a way I would not think I would be juked. So here's the Chalk here. I decide to go ahead and pop my sprint, and there we go. I go hit 1 basic attack, 2 basic attack. Cha, where you at? That's 3 kills in a row. I'm 6 and 3. It's a deicide, and we take them out, baby. We take them out. Bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when Anhur's impaling your mouth. I am so happy. I'm sorry, I'm saying crazy things, guys, and you may not see me this uncomposed. Usually I'm very composed, giving you information. This is just what I love to see, guys. Look at the Jingwei popping back in. Jingwei, what kind of a game plan was that? Let me just jump into a lion throwing deadly spears in my face? I think that is not a good plan of action. I would rethink that. I don't know. Oh my God, I'm trying to jump out of here. Oh my God, Blake shuts me down. I'm 6, 4, and 3. I got that death because you know what? I keep thinking I can jump out of the Scylla root, but if you guys have that, if the Scylla root is usually going to be faster than Anhur's jump, and you're not going to be able to escape. It looks like Anhur has to use beads, and he's going in for the attack. He's doing a good job. He's definitely causing some damage, but the Chalk silence looks like it's going to be all he wrote on that. I don't know if he's going to be able to get away. You got to keep running, man. I like the heal that you're throwing. You may have to juke around in them heals, and you are. It's only the Chalk here. You've got the silence, but dang, that Chalk actually hurts with his basic attacks, and now I'm not sure what's going to be happening here. He's got the stuff. Oh my God, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh, the hot plays. I told him we had to bring out the hot plays, but oh my God, I didn't think he was going to go that hot. Chalk was like, what? Chalk was just surprised. Chalk was like, this is a dream. This is a dreamland. Oh my god, the hottest plays by that Ra. And now I know where he gets his sun power. Or I know how that sun power is charged, baby, because he's making those hot plays. But they do get the fire giant. And damn, it's 11-7, but you know, a 3-man team with a fire giant, we're gonna have to win this engagement here. Anhur's ultimate is called Desert Fury, and what that's gonna do is fire a ton of spears in a row, and it's going to cause a ton of damage. How much damage will that cause? Well, not enough to freaking kill Scylla, let me tell you that, but one basic attack will do the job that all those spears couldn't do. It was 8, by the way, and they do, I believe, 160 damage each for a total plus 20% of your magical power as they get the kill onto the Jing Wei, and now only the Chalk is alive. It's also almost down to this last minion. Let's see if we can get the Phoenix. We want to push. I think we should just take it. Let's just get this dang Phoenix. We got the Phoenix, and now Chalk, you get stunned, baby. I tried to throw up my pillar again, but Ra with the hot snipe, so we take him out. It's 2-3. We're 14-7, and we are winning this game 2 players to 3. What are we doing? Dare me, baby. Dare me. This series is getting hyper and hyper by the minute. Thank you guys for tuning in and for supporting this. Scylla, what up, baby? I got the Anhur pillar and I demolish her. I jump out so I don't get hits by the Titan, and that's going to be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. There is no way they are coming back from this. We are finishing this game. That's a 2-3 victory here at Raynday Gaming for the Anhur, my boy, and the hot plays Russian Ra. Oh my goodness gracious. What did you just watch? What did I just play? I got hype off of this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this game. Finishing off on Ra. On her actually is the Desert Fury. Like I was saying, could deal a total of 1,280 damage plus 120% of your physical power. On her scales relatively well with his abilities, especially his Impale and his Desert Fury, which add about 80% to obviously 120% of his physical power on top of his abilities, which means that if you end the game with about 300 power, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. You're going to be basically taking off a third to potentially half of a Squishy God's health, especially if you get snowballing here. And 17-18, we end up with a 4 Guan Yu. Shout out to Slovak, who's playing that Guan Yu. Had some internet issues, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to be here for this game, but hey, you couldn't have had the 944 on her and the 627 with a 20,000 player damage there. Look at all these stats. Fantastic job by my man Ra. I friended him right away, and I said, dude, you're going to be in a video. I'm going to make a video out of this. He didn't know anything. He couldn't even read it. He was like, yo, I'm Russian. What? Video? YouTube? Ray Games? I was like, okay, bro, never mind. Just great job, great game. And I told him what to look up on YouTube. So hopefully he finds it. And shout out to you, man. Great comeback. And this is why I say never give up, never stop gaming. We had a ton of fun, and we did something that people normally would not allow themselves to do. Of course, if someone DCs and you are down by 3,000 gold and you both are dead and they're taking your tower and then they take your Phoenix, you would say, let's surrender. But that's not the case. That doesn't mean the game is over. Don't count yourself out when other people want to do that. Believe in yourself. Feed the right wolf. I say this to my boys in my soccer team. I say this to my friends and family. I say this to myself. Believe in yourself. There are 2 parts of us. One part that wants to doubt us. One part that wants to believe. The one that wins is the one you choose to feed. Feed the right wolf. Believe in yourself, and you will have great experiences like this. And even if you don't, you'll know that you did your best, and you can forget the rest. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Dare Me. And remember, you can dare me on scenarios now too. So if it's play a 5-man Guardian team or do things like, play a 2v3 with these 2 characters or whatever it is, let me know. And of course, all the builds like usual, I'd love to see those as well. As always, guys, remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That's the best way to support me here at Raynday Gaming. And remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you guys next game. Next game, next time. All right, who cares? On her hype, baby. Let's go.